Okay, so Driving Empire just had their roadmap event going on, and there was a lot of discussion throughout this. So I am just gonna play a little bit of what they were talking about, and yeah, not all of it, but I'll just play a little bit.
Yes, we will continue to add more brands to the game. We obviously can't mention what ones are coming. There are lots in progress, but we can't discuss them or mention them before the release of them. But yes, more are coming. We're not going to do new brand releases every single week. That's just not feasible, which is why we have those in-between weeks, such as, what was some that we released recently? To make sure I don't say something that's coming up. Lots in the works. Like the SSE cars that we released. So we released the initial ones and then the additional release afterwards. So we'll have more of those down the pipeline. But yeah, we won't have brand releases every single week. We have lots planned in terms of races. We had lots of feedback about the multiplayer bots, about how they were hard to beat. So we will be addressing that this week. We've made some changes to those to make them not as good at races. And then we've also added some clarification in the race results UI to state that the bots don't get rewards or the cash prizes. So although it says that they may be first place, the real person that was, say, second, they still get the first place rewards.
And by the way, we're also going to be rebalance the bot, make like the bot more fair.
Another thing for the race improvements, we will be releasing a new race very soon. We saw that you guys absolutely loved the latest one we released. We're pleased that you guys like that. We have another one planned, and we'll release more info closer to the time for that. For all of the things that we're announcing here, there's no set timeline that we're giving for any of them, except for the bots one that I said is going to happen this week. So yeah, just expect them in the next few months or so. Okay, the next one we have is driving improvements. So we want to make the metrics more accurate. At the moment, the ones in the dealership aren't accurate to what the cars actually showcase in-game. So we'll be working to make the metrics displayed in the dealership more accurate. We're going to make the tuning of the cars more realistic, so that the cars will become proportionally slower and more fun to drive, making it a more realistic driving experience. And then we'll also be working to improve the vehicle chassis to reduce the car jumping, because we know that's a very frustrating thing. So next one is lighting improvements. Highly requested one, this one. Yeah, we've heard the feedback. We also agree lighting could use some improvement. So at the moment, it's not realistic. The transitions aren't great between the different lighting settings and whatnot. So we'll be making it look a lot more realistic very, very soon. Plan to release that very soon. This includes making the flow correct instead of jumping around from night to day and whatnot. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Map overhaul. This is a big one. So that is right, we are doing a map overhaul. The current map we have was added back in 2022, which is crazy. It's 2 years old. Long overdue for a map overhaul. So the current map lacks realism. It was made a long time ago. It doesn't have a natural loop around the whole thing. It doesn't have different biome variations. There's lots of inconsistencies with roads and sidewalks, etc. So the new map will include all of those things. It will be a collaborative process with you guys and us. So at different stages of the development of it, we'll share it with you guys to give us feedback on it, and then we'll make those changes and then send you another version of some new area of the map that's then added. So it'll be a collaborative process. We want to make sure that this is perfect and you guys are happy with it. We're not going to just add it 1 week and see how it goes. So the new map will have a lot higher detail. It'll have better roads, better terrain. It will have realistic buildings to match the quality of all of the licensed cars we're releasing. So that paired with the lighting improvements should massively improve the look of the game and making it feel more immersive, more realistic, and everything like that. This also means that the map should be a lot more performant. So on mobile devices and things like that, it should be a lot easier to run the map with this overhaul as well. This is a very large project, so don't expect it anytime soon, but this is something we are actively working on right now. And then the final one we've got here for the roadmap is new money methods. So I'll give some more context on this. So at the moment, there aren't many ways to earn cash in Driving Empire. You can either do races, you can drive around, and that's pretty much it. There's not too many there. So We'll be looking at new ways to do this, working on some new features, the reward cache as just another form of income. Jobs may be one of them. Who knows? But we'll see. So look forward to some of those coming soon.
Yeah, just one thing, Sophie. Something that we want to bring is a way that everyone can do solo grind. Because we know that right now we need to have always someone else to play against. So basically we want to try to find a way that everyone can grind cats by playing alone.
That is all of our development roadmap here. I'll go through some questions that we received.
I don't know how to do this. Figured it
Uh,
out.
There it is.
I've got some questions. One of them is, would you make some checkpoints like larger? I'll send a DM for one of them. So one of the
You mean the draw
examples
break?
is, yeah, that.
Yeah, we can make those ones bigger.
I didn't like that checkpoint either. I agree with you.
Another one is, do you think we'll have the new map this year? I know you said you're like making a new one and stuff. Do you think it would be out like this year time?
Yeah, they'll definitely be out this year.
The last one is, why not selling houses?
Yeah, we've played with the idea. We think at the moment it's best for us not to do it. We want to expand the use of houses, make them more, just adding more functionality to them, such as the garages that I mentioned. There's some other ideas that we've been throwing around internally with the team. So we want to explore expanding that out first, and then after we've added those kind of things, we'll look into possibly adding a sell button for them.
I have
Awesome.
one question as well.
Go for it.
So in Driving Empire right now, you can kind of like see on the races, like it shows that you can race cars and motorcycles, and then there's something crossing out boats and planes. Does that mean that we're gonna get boat and plane racing in the future, or is that a no for now?
It is also something that we've discussed internally. It would be awesome to have some of those races, but we definitely want to improve the chassis of both helicopters and boats before we do anything like that with them. We added that initially when we did the race overhaul as something that we would look into in the future, but we want to improve the chassis of those first because they're not ideal, to say the least.
That was the event. Obviously, I had some questions and Carter had a question, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Obviously, they can't say what brands are coming to the game because they're not allowed to, but I still think that we got a lot of questions answered throughout this, and we're also getting a new map this year. We don't know when, but this year. So I do think this was cool. I wish they do this more often, every like maybe 3 months or something. They give us an update on what their plans are, so that maybe not every like 3 months, maybe like 5 months instead or something like that. But I do like that they gave us like a little bit of an update. It feels more community based instead of just being like, I know they're a dev team, but it's nice when the dev team communicate with the player base and stuff like that. So yeah, but tell me what you think about this, and if you got your question answered, have a good day.